Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, great Biafrans all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, wherever you are, you're welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on every activities happening in Biafran territory. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed. And make sure you turn on your notification because we will be notifying you whenever we drop our sparking news. Now, straight up to the issue on ground, because the Prime Minister Simon Ekpan Joko, dropped a brief emergency broadcast, a very brief emergency broadcast, and in this emergency broadcast, he also addressed the buying of innocent Biafrans in Anambra State and in some part of Imo State lately. We've actually seen scores of numbers of Biafrans being pied in Imo State. In fact, the last one was so gruesome that we couldn't even watch it on social media. Biafrans were pied and they were burned, by the Nigerian terrorist army. They are showing it. They are not even hiding it anymore. So it is getting clearer and clearer every day, and the world, are beginning to know that there is a WAR happening in Biafraland. So for those of you who are still doubting it, keep on doubting because it hasn't come to your side. That is why you're doubting it, and that is why most of you continue to see, to see things from the other side of reasoning. That is why you can't even reason clearly anymore. Let me tell you, I will always say this: take away the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, and you will see, how hollow Biafraland is. These people would have penetrated and caused a lot of disastrous things in the land. The Biafran Defense Forces have been doing the needful. They have been defending the land. And that is the most important thing. But each time the Biafran Defense Forces strike, they come back to attack innocent people. They cannot face the Biafran Defense Forces. Where they have power is on innocent people. People who are not even armed. People who are not armed. How can a soldier be attacking innocent civilian? It's only in Nigeria I see this kind of nonsense. So I want you to listen to this broadcast from the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, and do the needful by joining the conversation. You can also ask one or two questions. We'll try as much as possible, to reply the ones we can reply. Do not forget, the least you can do is to continue to help us share these videos, so that the world will continue to know the WAR happening in Biafraland. It's as simple as that. Do not forget to share this particular video. The next voice you'll be hearing is that of the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa Joko. Please enjoy this video and do not forget to continue to do needful by sharing the video.
From the Prime Minister of the Biafran people. Today marks the 9th day of the delegitimization of the Nigerian presence in Biafra land. And I here welcome the Prime Minister to the stage as he takes the podium. Prime Minister of the Biafran people, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, over to you, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, the members of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the Biafra de facto government in Homeland. Good evening, press people, ladies and gentlemen of the press that are seated here also to listen to me this evening on emergency space tonight. I want to thank the entire Biafrans for their cooperation, their resilience, and of course, the compliance in what we are doing, especially in the delegitimization of the Nigeria in Biafraland. I want everyone to understand, as I will go closer to December 2024 convention in Finland, the enemies are panicking and are quaking. I want you also to understand that when a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. I want every one of you Biafran people to understand that our freedom is indivisible. The chain on any Biafra person today is a chain on all of us. The chain on my people of Biafra is a chain on me. And that's why, for those who are wondering, why do we have all this good life in where we reside on, residing in a different part of the world, and we decide and choose to fight for our people who are back home, is because the chain on them is also a chain in all of us that are fighting from exile. My fellow Biafrans, today marks the 9th day of the 30-day lockdown of the Nigeria institution within Biafraland. And I want you to understand that we have recorded success in this phase of the delegitimization that is being enforced by Biafra government. I want everyone to understand that as we approach this December, when they were thinking that what we are doing is joke, and all of a sudden they have come to realize that it's no longer a joke. A lot of propaganda will be flying out there. You may see uprise and upsurge of other many spokespersons coming, springing up from all over Nigeria, from Arewa to the Afonjas. All of them are coming on social media today to tell you who is working for Nigeria government and who is not working for Nigeria government. We've actually passed that particular stage. I am not here to debunk their nonsense propaganda. I'm just here to tell you, Biafrans, that you must stand very strong. As more propagandas will be coming, you must stand very strong. We have been able to nurture you for a day like this. And that is the reason we must all be very, very tough in our standing firmly for the Biafra freedom. There is no other reason we are doing what we are doing today other than to be free from the Nigeria and the British enslavement. I want every one of you to understand that when the water starts boiling, it becomes very foolish to turn off the heat. The water is boiling, the Nigeria is boiling, and it will be very foolish of you and I at this point that the water is boiling and Nigeria is boiling to quench the light. It's very foolish. We will never quench this light. We will never turn off this light and the heat that is making this water to boil, because our main target and main reason why we put the heat on in the first place is to make the water to boil. Our water is boiling today. We will not off the heat until we are done with why and the reason we put the water to that temperature. My brothers and sisters, my fellow citizens of Biafra, I want you to understand that in the coming days and weeks, a lot will be happening in Biafraland. The delegitimization of Nigeria will come with a lot of resistance. We are going to stand very firm to defeat this giant Goliath, which is known as Nigeria. We, as small as we are, in David form, will show the mighty power of God that we worship in the coming weeks. I want you to understand that our aim and objective is to make sure that Nigeria never breathes till December. I told you people a few weeks ago that this particular phase we're entering is a phase where we will never allow Nigeria to breathe till December declaration. My fellow citizens of Biafra, I want you to understand that those that are falling victims of Nigeria state terrorism, I want you to understand that every death will be revenged. Every death will be avenged by the Biafra government and Biafra forces. Nobody will kill Biafra under this my watch as a Prime Minister of Biafra government, both in the homeland and in exile, and they will live to tell the story. Those who committed these atrocities against Biafra in Ogbaro will be hunted down. The promise I have come to give you today is that those who perpetrated these heinous crimes, the terrorism against our people in Ogbaro, will be hunted down. I want you to go and mark this particular word I'm telling you today. All of them who came to Ogbaro to kill our people in the name of terrorism will be hunted down by the Biafra forces. It's not going to take time. And hopefully, we are going to post them on social media, how we have been able to decimate them in few days to come. My fellow Biafrans, I have come to tell you this evening that the 21 days that is still remaining, you remember to stay out and stay away from Nigeria facilities. Very, very important. Stay away from any Nigeria facility. Stay away from secretariat. Stay away from police. Stay away from the terrorist army. Stay away from their checkpoint. This is something that is going to take a lot of time for the delegitimization to completely take effect. It is going to take a lot of time. So if nothing is happening in your area, do not think that we have forgotten your area. The entire Biafra land is sealed as I'm talking to you today. The entire Biafra territory is sealed. And simultaneously, the delegitimization of Nigeria will continue to take place. We will continue to defend our land against Nigeria terrorism. We will continue to defend our women and children against the onslaught and barbarism of the Nigeria state. We will continue to make sure that our women and children will no longer fall a victim of Nigeria terrorism. So I thank you this evening for joining to this particular emergency space briefing, where we have come to update you on what is to come and what is happening. My fellow citizens of Biafra, I say again, when a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. The Nigeria state will be met with the exact and equal measure of force that have come to our land to kill our people. You saw what happened yesterday in Ogbaro. They killed our innocent people. Even when they were lying lifelessly on the floor, they had to pour a gasoline and set them ablaze. It is only terrorists that can do that. No trained military, no trained army officer will kill innocent people without gun and set them ablaze. It is the art of terrorism in the highest order. And my fellow Biafrans, I can never sleep until Biafra revenge what happened in Ogbaro yesterday. I swear to God. As a Prime Minister of Biafra, I will never go to sleep until we revenge the killings of the Biafrans in Ogbaro. And of course, as that is happening, we will be telling them how prepared we are to defend our land. I want you to understand that the kind of guerrilla warfare that we are fighting today is the type that nobody have ever seen. And we are going to escalate it until we get to the maximum level that we are looking up to. The declaration of the Biafra restoration of independence that is going to happen this December 2nd is sacrosanct. We are not moving, we are not quaking, we are not stepping back our feet an inch. We will continue to maintain this particular date, and every work we are doing as a government will be channeled to make sure that this date remain and there will be no change, there will be no postponement. The 2nd of December is sacrosanct. And those of you who have the opportunity to be in Finland, you are still having the opportunity to go and register for the convention to be part of this historic day and historic event. My fellow Biafrans, we are making waves all over the world. The Biafra national team of football will be playing the first ever international tournament somewhere in the world. And that place, I will not mention it at this point until the time is right. But just to inform you that the Biafra government has now a national team that comprises of professional football players of Biafra origin, and they will be representing Biafra for the very first time. Biafra will participate in international football tournament. Biafra national team will be unveiled on the first day of this tournament. My fellow Biafrans, those of you that still doubting what we are doing and the resolve to restore the independence of Biafra, we will shock you. I want you to understand that the Biafra Liberation Army and resistance fighters and Biafra Navy and all forces of Biafra are standing very firmly, and they are gallantly defending our land, neutralizing these terrorists that come in the name of Nigeria forces in their different uniforms and categories in our land to kill and maim. Biafra resistance fighters will continue to defend our land against these terrorists. And so, whenever you see the activities of these Biafra defense forces going on, do not panic. They are not there for you. They are there for the enemies that carries gun to kill our people. I will be taking questions. This particular space shouldn't last more than 45 minutes. I will be taking questions, at least opportunity to give you to ask questions that you know that bothers you, especially those who have not believed in the Biafra cause. I will welcome your question this evening. This is an emergency to call your attention and your subconsciousness on the propaganda that Nigeria will be pushing out to the media in the coming weeks. Thank you very much. And the media team, over to you.
Thank you, PM, for the update. And without wasting time, the mic is open to the media that wants to throw their questions at the Prime Minister. Minister Van, welcome on stage, and let's make it snappy. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, my minister. Greetings to my able and formidable Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. My Prime Minister, I greet you, sir. You're welcome. So, fellow Biafrans, as we're here, like you just said, the Prime Minister said, without further ado, I want you to raise up your hands and come up with questions, especially those engaging questions. And please, not time for accolades. We are here for serious business. Come here and ask questions. I know you appreciate what the PM is doing, but right now PM wants to engage you. Let's come and let the world know what we're doing, and let them know that we are not going to relent until we get to El Dorado. Please, I'm going to take the very first hand up here. Rage and Fury, please come up with your question. Very quick, 60 seconds. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, my dear brother. My name is Rage and Fury, and special greetings to my Prime Minister, His Excellency, Prime Minister Èkpá.
Your mic is so noisy. I don't know where
okay,
you are.
can I be heard?
Avoid the noise. Your mic is very noisy. We're not getting you.
Coming out all right now?
All right, better, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So my special greetings to the Prime Minister, the Biafra Prime Minister, the man I call the Èkpá. My question is a very short one, sir. I think 2 days ago or a day ago, you posted a video on your X page where a son went. The father was so angry with him about joining the military because the military killed his wife, the mother of the child, and the father went further to disown that child. So my question is, sir, is there any consideration about the security of that man? Because we know how these people operate. Because the man went further to say that if the boy wanted to, this boy now, he can go and collaborate with his colleagues, you understand, and come and kill that father. So I don't know if there's any consideration concerning the security of that Biafran father, sir. That is my question. Thank you very much.
Every Biafran is secured in Biafraland, and as a government in exile, and both proxy government or de facto government in the homeland, we make sure that every Biafran is secured to the best of our ability. So everyone is secured. It is not just about him. You think that 50 million Biafrans who voted are not in the same shoe with the man? What is the difference between 50 million people who have voted for the Biafra self-referendum and the man who spoke about his son joining the Biafra army? There is no difference. Everybody in Biafra land remain very, very, under threat by Nigeria state. So It is not just about him or any other person that I have shown on the video. And that is the reason why you see the people that were killed in Obaro yesterday. You think they have committed any crime differently? No. The only reason they killed them is because they came there and they saw them and they know that these are Biafran and they killed them. And they are not different from other people who have done in the past. So we are not just singling out the man because he said so. Everyone who is a Biafran is a target and a threat and target of attack by the Nigeria state. So we provide security for everybody. And of course, sometimes they succeed, sometimes they will not succeed. But just like our leader said, they will kill us, we will kill them. At the end, Biafra will come. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, our PM, sir. Those of you that entered the room and you didn't raise your hands, somebody will enter after you and then raise hands and you will be called. So raise your hands if you want to be called. Escobar, please, your hand is up. Bring your question very quickly, please.
Yeah. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, Prime Minister. Please, Prime Minister, I wanted to ask a question. You know, as the Biafra Liberation Army and the resistance fighters are engaging the Nigeria terrorist bases, please, I want you to consider the fact that a lot of us Biafrans have our vehicles in those places, our, important documents in those places that these people have seized. So, when the resistance fighters engage them, if it would be possible for them to just burn their, the Nigeria forces gadgets and leave the private, vehicles and all that, because these people are seizing a lot of vehicles these days. So that's what I wanted to bring to your concern. Thank you.
You want to be like the man that during the war they interviewed him. What is the name again? Somebody should remind me the name. They interviewed him in Lagos, and he was concerned about his car. What is that car again? There's one sports car that one of these. Is it Ben M1 or something? It was Is that Raphael? Is that Ben M1?
I can't remember, sir.
Okay, but you know the man I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
he was busy talking about the car he bought. That's exactly what you are talking. So what are you going to do with the Nigeria document at the end of the day, Biafra come? Or where Biafra come? What are you going to do with the Nigeria document?
No, I'm not talking about the documents, like the vehicles, like most of them are people's livelihood, all those kind of things.
And you think that in Biafra you are going to use those vehicles, adulterated vehicle that will cause accident? We have what we call MOT that is going to meet international standard. Many vehicles will be burned and destroyed. We don't allow all those nonsense vehicles you are riding in Nigeria that is causing the death of our people. In Europe here, we have a standard that once your vehicle cannot pass the MOT, you can't drive it on the road. We're going to have the exact thing. So the vehicle you will be driving in Biafra will be the vehicle that has met the standard and passed a very good test of MOT. So those vehicles you see in Nigeria police, this Nigeria police terrorist bases are not even are not even the kind of vehicle that is going to pass the test, MOT test in Biafraland. And so the vehicle is the most important thing. Why is it parking there? Do you think you are going to get it back ever?
Well, you are the Prime Minister. You know the best, sir. I'm
telling you, if they have impounded your vehicle, you leave it, forget about it, because many people have impounded their businesses and their vehicles, and they never get it back until they die. So the best thing is for you to pray for Biafra to come and forget. You're not going to need those vehicles at all. I think many of these vehicles that you are buying in Nigeria, their lifespan have actually ended in Europe and America. They will bring it for you, they'll ship it to you there, and then you go and start driving it. Before you know it, you have accident and die on the road, or it will kill other people that are using the road. We're not going to allow that in Biafraland. Biafra will have the standard set. Something in the European. When I say I'm bringing Finland to Biafraland, you think it's a joke? The standard of what we're going to be using in Biafraland will be the same thing with Finland. You have access to buy your car, new car. You may not be paying cash. Going to be on credit base, just like what we do in Europe here. So don't worry about the nonsense car that you have in their possession. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, PM. Escobar, I'm sure you have been lectured today, and you must be glad for that. Thank you. All right, Triple MI, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much, my dear brother, Pastor Bam. Fellow Biafran, I greet you once again. My PM His Excellency Man Simon Èkpá, thank you very much for being there for your people. You are the God, you are the reason we are saying today, my brother. Carry on. I don't have much to say because everything you are doing, we are seeing it. Even the deaf is hearing the sound. The blind can see as well. My question is, having seen everything you are doing, it is quite clear that we are heading to our promised land. Now, I can't wait. All this the internal Edoakanono, because those people are still convincing our people at home, because when we put call through to tell them these people keep.
Don't just waste your time on the people at home. We have 50 million votes already. I don't think I will dwell in wasting my time about people that you are talking about convincing people. We don't need to convince anybody. 50 million votes is enough, and I don't think anybody is more than 50 million. And also, remember that, like I said, during the Finland declaration, there are 100 about over 88. So you don't expect everybody to like you and to support what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ebon.
Ebon, that settles it. Thank you, my able PM, sir. Yeah, out of curiosity, I want to see the question you have. And then Josh, please. Even though your hand is not up, I'm curious just to hear you. Can you unmute yourself? And then Josh. Josh, can you unmute yourself? All right, you're not even ready. Louis John, unmute yourself and bring your question. Josh,
Yeah.
You have to go back to listening.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, His Excellency Simon. Please, the question I want to ask is based on what happened yesterday in Ogbak. I want to ask, please, is there no intelligence on ground to alert Biafra Liberation Army when those terrorists are coming so that they can do the needful to prevent what happened yesterday? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have warned our people that whenever you see these people, take to your heel and run from them. That is the only way. And many of them are listening, many of them are not listening. You can never see Nigeria terrorist army and you think they are coming there to come and shake your hand. Never. When you see them, run for your life because you are not in position to fight them. There are people who their job is to fight them whenever they see them. And we dictate when to fight them and when not to fight them. So what you do as a civilian in Biafraland is whenever you see these people, run. They are not there for you. And I believe that what happened in Obaro yesterday should teach a lot of people a lesson. So when you see them next time coming to your village, you run. Because you are not trained to fight them. There are people who have been trained to fight them. So when those people come, they will do their job. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And people should know that when they lie to you that the army is your friend, the police is your friend, you can see how friendly they are indeed. Is that friendly? So they are not your friend. The PM is saying it, and we have said this earlier. You see them, you avoid them, you run. If there's a way you can harm them before they get to you, you do it. If there's a way you can even get them from a distance or from a hidden location, there's a way you can do anything to eliminate them, you do it because they are there to eliminate you. That is one thing you must know. So avoid them completely. Thank you very much, our PM. And the hand is up. Nwane Ikechukwu, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Pastor Vam. How was it? My PM, I greet everybody. I was very, very happy for everything that is happening. So my question is this. Please, is there this thing we can you can create in a way, because for what happened to that Abaro, is there anything we can have, you can create? Because everybody need to be a security now. Everybody need to be a police or whatever. Is there anywhere, any group we can create that if there's anything at all, then once you give once they report to the whatever, the group or whatever, then they can come and rescue the people at the same time. Is there any group like that you can create for that kind of incident? Thank you.
We have enough group. The only thing we need is more fund. We have enough group. We have over 100,000 men. All we need is fund to make sure that everybody is well armed. And that's all. That's all you need. You can create all manner of group you want without arms, providing arms for them. They are weak. Thank you.
Thank you, Able PM. And then who else is in the room? You guys are not raising your hands. You come into the room, you just leave your hands down. Anyway, Mola, I'm gonna give you the privilege to take the mic. Mola Dika. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Can you unmute yourself, Mola? Mola, can you please unmute yourself? Mola is not there. It's not there. Okay, Auchi Innocent. Can you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, TM. My name is Abuchi Nathan. I am the true Lagos today.
Can you change your location to a more quiet place so that we can hear you? Your mic is noisy. Probably you are in a very noisy place.
Okay, let me change now. I'm trying to move now. Can you hear me better now?
Just make sure you're in a quiet place.
Yes, is it better a bit?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my question is there is something is bothering me, and I'm trying to get a way to get the right channel, but I couldn't able to get that. Okay, let me speak now. Maybe through this way I can get it. I am from Godomi Godo under illicit county. There's some issue regarding in my own community seriously, which I would like to be in touch by the Biafra government, but I couldn't have a way to know who I could have direct the channel to because I don't suppose speaking it here. But based on I don't have a way, so I try to speak out so I can get the right person to channel the matter to. Thank you.
So you don't have a way with all the media presence in the social media and all that. You don't have a way. Go and contact the media, and they are going to address your issues.
Can you hear me, sir? No, that is no problem.
Ellen Josh, please go ahead and unmute yourself. Ellen Josh.
Good evening, everybody.
Right.
Good evening, our Prime Minister. I will just go straight to the point. I want to know, ever since I've been following this group for a month now, I haven't heard or seen any update about here, Ebony State. Everywhere is just calm. The military are intimidating the boys up and down. So I want to know if we have forgotten or the Prime Minister doesn't know that here exists.
Ebonyi is
That's my
Ebonyi
question.
is not calm. Ebonyi is not calm, and that's not true. So if where you are, you think that the military is going to be eradicated and we're going to push them one day, there's something that takes time. So if it is not happening in your area, does not mean it's not going to happen in your area later on. Ebonyi State is not calm. A lot is happening, and when we decide to post what we want to post, we post it and you see. So anybody that tells you Ebonyi State is calm is a lie. Ebonyi State is not calm.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Yoruba boy, unmute yourself. Let's hear you. Hope you're not a Fanja. Yoruba boy.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I am Afoja. Yeah. How unwise
Okay,
can
yeah,
it be?
Fanja.
I'm Afoja. Yeah. How unwise
Right.
can it be for elderly people like you to gather here and discuss about what you are discussing about? Nigeria cannot be broken. Biafra is not going to exist. Nothing will happen. If you
I'm not sure.
You should go.
Let's
You should go and deal with your obas that are getting killed like a chicken by the Fulani terrorists. Don't come here with your frustration. We understand we are not the cause of your problem. You smelling idiot. You don't come here to vent your frustration. Go and hold the people who put you in the situation you are today. We are not the same. We can never be the same. We are people with guts. We are people like lion. You cannot just speak when we are speaking. You don't even need to talk when we are talking because you are coward. Have you heard any history in the history of Nigeria where Biafrans were conquered? Your people were conquered. Ilori, you lost Ilori. You are here thinking that we're going to be like you. Go and recover Ilori first before you can talk to us. Have you ever fought war? Biafra fought war with Nigeria for 3 years. Can you do it? So you see, it is not everything we see. When you see people talking in the public, you have to first of all measure yourself. Are you qualified to talk when Biafrans are talking? You are the most cowardic tribe in Africa. You can't fight. You can't fight anyone. You think we'll come and start, romancing our oppressors like you? That's why you have the Afonja betrayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ebu PM. Thank you, sir. Nwani Ikechukwu, please unmute yourself.
And we have to start putting this thing very straight to them. You have to go and fight war with Nigeria first before you can come and talk to us. Go and fight war for 3 years, and let's see how you're going to manage before you can have the guts and qualify to come and talk to Biafrans. We fought war. You didn't fight any war.
Exactly. Thank you, ABPM. One, please make sure there is no, please, before you open your mic, if there is noise in your area, just tell me you are in a noisy place so that I will give someone else the mic, okay? One, just be sure that there is no noise where you are. If there is, change your location. All right, unmute yourself now. One, Ikechukwu.
Yeah, my PM is not only Ilorin. It's only with Kwara and Ilorin. They have conquered everywhere. So sorry, what I try to find out, what I try to say that time is that when you go to all this civilized world, you see that everyone are security personnel. So what we need now is a forum where we can report, because if this thing keep happening like this, a forum where everybody can have, we can report anything that's happening in the street right now.
Let me tell you, it will keep happening, and we will prevent the one we can prevent. We cannot prevent all. What you are thinking now, what you are trying to say, it requires a lot of resources and fund. We will be managing and defending ourselves with the little resources we have, which we have been able to prove that Nigeria can never defeat us, even with the little resources we have. So everybody wants heaven. Everybody wants good thing. But good thing requires money. So if you talk about security, securing entire, so everything, whenever something happens, we're going to be there in 1 minute. You need money. If you want to arm the entire Biafra, you need money. But with the one we have today, I can beat my chest, and Nigeria can never defeat us. So you can never stop this particular carnage by the Nigeria state completely. And that's what everybody must understand. What they are trying to do is to continue to do it so that you will be tired of your freedom. No, stand your ground. Like I said, even if it is one person that is remaining, and we can never remain one person, they will go and multiply in Biafra. But this freedom, we will get it. And the beginning will start from December 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, my Ebu PM. Yeah, it's like some of you are now learning how to raise your hands. That's very good. We have another Oba Pluto. Even if you are Afonja, be a reasonable Afonja and ask a reasonable question. Not like the idiot that was thrown into oblivion just now. Be a reasonable Afonja and ask a reasonable one Nigerian question, and you will get a very reasonable answer. All right, open your mic and let's hear you. Oba Pluto.
Not everybody that comes here is Afonja. Kefi Ejile Nwibo the boy Afonja because I'm answering over.
I'm an I just will bag even go any other
I
person. Then go ahead.
I am not. I am just from. My mom is from Imo State and my dad is from Edo State. That is just the problem. That's why I'm asking the Oba.
All right, bless you.
So let me go ahead. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity.